Every program is designed around working out 6 times per week, doing tons of cardio, meal prepping on a Sunday, and all these unsustainable solutions. You need to realize you don't need to be more disciplined. You need the right system. Because the real solution is metabolic, not motivation. And I guarantee you right now that if you were to reset your metabolism within the next 30 days, you would lose fat faster, build more muscle, have way more energy, and feel like a freaking superhuman. There is a hidden truth to why you cannot lose fat after 30. Let me ask you something. Do you feel like your body is literally fighting against you? No matter how hard you train or how clean you eat, your body refuses to change. Here's the truth that most men never hear from their own doctors when they hit their 30s. There is a clear hidden health crisis that hits a man when he enters his 30s. And it only gets worse as you age. Let me bring you up some symptoms. 1. The neck hump. Happens due to high cortisol and long sitting hours. 2. Gynecomastia. Happens due to low testosterone and high estrogen. 3. Male pattern baldness. Happens due to high androgen hormones and DHT. Low libido. Clear sign of a low testosterone. Skin tags can be a sign of insulin resistance. And the scariest one, belly fat or the increase of visceral fat, usually due to metabolic issues. Any of these sound familiar to you? Well, these are all signs connected to the hidden health crisis for men over 30. And who do you think it hits the hardest? The busy, high-performing men, the executives, the business owners, the bankers, men who work in high-stress, professional environments where you might be surrounded with alcohol or eating out or long sitting hours due to a busy professional life. If you have any of these traits, you should not ignore this video, because you, my friend, are in what I call the danger zone. Under your busy social life and more so career, your body is silently screaming. And if you're still watching this video, I can already imagine some of the symptoms have started to surface for you. More visible belly fat over love handles, restless sleep and low energy, and a struggle to build muscle. This is what I call the metabolic crash. Your metabolism has likely shut down, and not because you're lazy, but your body is in constant fight or flight mode. And this is why it's so important, because if you don't fix this now, it only worsens as you age. Which is why in this video, I'm going to show you with intention how to fix it. But do not worry, I'm not here to scare you. If I did a little bit, that's good. But instead, I just want you to understand the seriousness of this issue called the metabolic crash. Because no one in the fitness industry is talking about this. And instead, every fitness coach out there is trying to sell you their newest bodybuilder workout plan that's built for 18-year-olds, or long advanced meal prep solutions that require 6 hours in the kitchen on a Sunday. Now, I'm sure that at least 9 out of 10 of you are not here to look like a bodybuilder, nor do you want to be one. So instead, I'm going to show you with science how you can naturally fix your metabolic crash and put your fitness and metabolism on hyperdrive to lose fat, build muscle faster, reclaim your energy, and create a fitness routine that you can actually maintain for the rest of your life. So here's what you need to do. You need to reset your metabolism and hormones. If you look at men who are in great shape, like Brad Pitt from Fight Club, Henry Cavill from Superman, or Chris Hemsworth from Thor. These are men with a high metabolism and a high testosterone. And there are 3 ways to boost this naturally. 1, through your nutrition. 2, through your workouts. And 3, through your lifestyle. You need to optimize all these 3 together in synergy so your body can go from depriving to thriving. And it's incredibly powerful when they work together. And even better, it requires less input from your nutrition and workouts. But here is the biggest problem most men make. They try to out-train or out-eat their problems. You don't need to do more, you just need to do the right thing. So going back to the state of the fitness industry right now, whilst everyone is talking right now and every program is designed around working out 6 times per week, doing tons of cardio, meal prepping on a Sunday, and all these unsustainable solutions, you need to realize you don't need to be more disciplined. You need the right system, because the real solution is metabolic, not motivational. And I guarantee you right now that if you were to reset your metabolism within the next 30 days, you would lose fat faster, build more muscle, have way more energy, and feel like a freaking superhuman, all with way less effort. And just to put this into perspective, an example for you is you have a 20-year-old and you have a 45-year-old man. Now, who do you think has more energy, more sex drive, and potential to lose fat and build muscle the fastest? The 20-year-old, purely because of how his metabolism and body is optimized to work for this. So now we know that through your nutrition, your workouts, and your lifestyle, you can put your metabolism on a hyperdrive. So let's go deeper. So 1, Nutrition. The reason why nutrition is so powerful for your metabolism is because you are in control and have the power to choose what you eat. A diet high in protein burns 6 to 10 times more calories than if you were to eat carbs and fats. So to really optimize your protein for your metabolism, you need around 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. For most men, 150 grams of protein a day is a very strong number. So something that works really well for men over 30 and men who are very, very busy is just focusing on building your meals around protein. Naturally, with less carbs, less fats, your metabolism will start to increase. Some great examples of food that really optimize your testosterone and hormones is steak, eggs, chicken, wild-caught salmon, and ground beef. These are very good for putting your metabolism on hyperdrive. Now, to put this into practice so you can go and implement this straight away, here are some examples of how I eat when I'm eating out. Usually a plate around steak. Or with a burger, I usually add an extra patty or ask for extra meat. And then I do something called front-loading protein, and this works really well. You get around 50 to 60 grams of protein early in the day, so you don't have to stress about protein when you're out eating, having fun, or at events and stuff. And here's a crazy way to front-load protein for you. You can either have 4 boiled eggs, that takes like 5 minutes to make, that's 30 grams of protein right there. Combine that with a protein shake with 2 scoops, that's another 40. So you have 70 grams of protein without stepping a foot out of the door. Now, another way is combining 150 grams of Greek yogurt, 2 scoops of protein powder, and frozen berries. That takes 60 seconds and is already 60 to 70 grams of protein. Very, very powerful. And now when you eat out, you don't really have to stress too much about protein. Number 2, workouts. Now, this is one of my favorite ones. The reason why working out is so powerful for your metabolism is because you're not just boosting your metabolism in the moment. It can boost your metabolism whilst you sleep. And it's something that can grow over time. And this is so important if you're a man in your 30s, because after 30, metabolism and muscle mass are starting to decrease. You need to fight it. The more muscle you have as a man, the more calories you burn. Now, I'm not saying we have to train or look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay? So all I'm saying is the more muscle you have, the more lean muscle you have, the more calories you'll burn, and the easier it will be to stay lean year round. And my best tip here is to do the 4 key compound exercises. 1, incline bench press. Really builds out that upper chest. 2, squats. Do not skip leg day. Training legs really boosts your testosterone and metabolism. 3, pull-ups. A very good exercise to build a V shape. 4, standing shoulder press. This is really good for building those broader shoulders. That's how you look good in a suit. Now, the thing is that these 4 compound exercises alone burn more calories than any other exercise. And how you really want to approach this is you want to do around 3 sets on every exercise, and you want to do around 8 to 12 reps. And the idea is to try and get stronger every single week. That is called progressive overload. The easiest way to explain that is literally, let's say you're on an incline bench press, you want to go for 8 reps, and if you're able to do more than 8 reps, then just up the weight to your next workout. So you want to be around the 6 to 12 rep range mark. If you go lower than 6 reps, it's too heavy. If you're going above 8, it's probably time to increase the weight. This is how you build muscle very quickly. Number 3, lifestyle, my favorite one. The reason why optimizing your lifestyle is so powerful for your metabolism is because it is something that works with your life, not against it. A great reality check for you is if you feel right now that your fitness routine feels like a chore, like it's a hassle to do all these things, then that is just a very clear sign that what you're doing is not working and will not work for the long term. It needs to be sustainable and enjoyable. An example of a great lifestyle habit for me and my clients is intermittent fasting. And it works really, really well. The reason why it works so well is I don't ever feel the need to actually eat breakfast. It's just easier for me to drink black coffee or water, go about my day. I work a lot in front of a PC, so do many of my clients. And what it really does is it stabilizes your blood sugar levels. This is very healthy for you as a man. And you're saving calories early in the day. You don't need to waste calories in the morning. You know, your body adjusts over time. Cereal is a crime. You shouldn't give yourself cereal nor your kids. And instead, now when you go and eat out, whether that's a client dinner or a social event, or maybe it's just you having a meal later in the day, now you can make these big, enjoyable meals. This habit is what allows me and my clients to eat the foods we love without going overboard. Just try it for 7 days and you'll realize how powerful and sustainable it is. Now trust me, I am not perfect. I like alcohol, our Scandinavians like it a lot. We do like good food, but this part is only 10% of my existing routine. So a good rule of thumb when it comes to intermittent fasting is just fasting for 16 hours with an 8-hour eating window. An easy way to look at it is just not eating the first 4 to 5 hours when you wake up. And that's where you have black coffee and water, your metabolism is really going, and you can even do something called habit stacking. This is something that works really well because of the psychology behind it and what it means to build a routine. You combine the front loading with the intermittent fasting. So now after you fasted for 4 hours, you just break your fast with a high protein meal that's around 40 to 50 grams of protein, and that will fill you up a lot. So now when you go eat out or you go about your day, you are very in control of your diet. Now, this is just one very good habit of so many you can do to optimize your hormones and testosterone. Now, if we put that to the side for a moment, let me just show you how powerful it is when you reset your metabolism. I worked with a client called Derek, and this was a busy, high-performing, successful consultant in his 40s, and he was traveling all the time. On paper, he was doing everything right, training over 4 times a week, skipping the sugary snacks and eating clean, but at the same time, he was not losing fat. His love handles and belly fat was actually growing. He had no energy, his lifestyle was all over the place, his workouts had hit a wall, and his diets were simply not working. He was experiencing the metabolic crash, and he realized that he needed something different, something stronger, because neither was he a bodybuilder or looking to be one. And what he did in his 20s did not work in his 30s and 40s. Think about it. You're working 60+ hour work weeks. Stress is very high. You're very limited on time and foods are on the go. And sleep gets affected. Your body thinks you're in constant danger. So it shuts down your metabolism completely. Derek's cortisol levels were through the roof, and his testosterone was down in the basement. His body was holding on to every single calorie like his life depended on it. But once we reset his metabolism, things started working. But the best part was that he didn't start doing more. He just started to do the right thing. And it only took around 7 days to reset his metabolism. 90 days later, he had lost 19 pounds, and his physique was impressive. This was a lean, athletic, confident body. Nice muscular proportions in the right areas, nice definition, and his energy was better than ever. His body was working again, not against him, but for him. At the end of the day, this was a man who finally felt confident and proud in front of a mirror again. Now, hopefully this video has shed some great light on the importance of fixing your metabolism before it's too late. You see, you don't need more time. You don't need to cut out all your favorite foods. You don't need to work out more or follow some 8-week summer shred ab program that's never gonna be sustainable for the long term. If you are not in your 20s anymore and you're serious about reclaiming back control of your body, health, and energy, you need to approach this game differently. Now, you can go ahead and take the main tips from this video and try out some new fancy work and nutrition plans. But I want to give you the opportunity to crack this code once and for all. If you're tired of avoiding the mirror and uncomfortable with your belly fat, if you're scared that there's a version of you 10 years from now, down the line, that's more tired, burnt out, and dealing with potential health issues, and you're done with spinning your wheels and putting yourself last, and you don't have more time to waste, then I want to personally invite you to a free one-on-one strategy call with me or someone from my team. Now, this isn't a generic call. This is a free health assessment where we'll map out exactly where you are right now, and we'll map out where you want to get to and the precise steps in the next 90 days on how to supercharge your metabolism for optimal muscle growth and fat loss. We've helped hundreds of high-level, busy professionals do this, who all were once stuck in the exact same place you're now. Now, keep in mind that we only accept a very limited amount of health assessments at a time. And once the spots are gone, they're gone. And unfortunately, we cannot guarantee when they'll open up again. So if you're serious about taking back control of your body, energy, and health now, then all you have to do is click the link below this video and you'll see a short application with a private calendar. Pick a time that works for you, and I'm looking very much forward to seeing a transformation in the next 3 to 6 months. This could be the most important 45 minutes of your year. Let's get you back in control.